what's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke, if you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't here for my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. I see a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got...
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did that.
To apologize. It's too
When I did it, I was fucked up.
late to apologize.
I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side. Country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, Uber bitch, and look like Mr. Potato Head.
I didn't want to be a movie star.
No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act, cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to Barbie, and you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special, you remember? Eve ain't got no special, you remember? Ricky ain't got no special, you remember? Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. P. Diddy or whoever you is, TVJ, 20 of them. I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your Saturday vitamin. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, so let's get into it. Everyone get the likes up. Don't forget that it doesn't cost you a single thing. Okay, so hold on just a second. All right. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27. And also, for those of you who don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, hello, OG Patrice, Buckhorse DC, Juju. All right, RG Titan 504, Nola, Internet Goulash is here. All right, Juju said the Queen is queening. Thank you. Lisa's Red Spill is here, a real spill. Claudette Penson Lola, Sage Bentley in the house, T. Randall, all right, Black Dahlia, okay. Boot Camp is here, my Aunt Egypt. All right, shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuning into the Queen. I see you all, hell nah. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Get those likes up, beloveds. Get those likes up. I might have to get rid of my background because it's got my shirt looking real crazy. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I'm going to fix this. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a second. Let me see here. I don't want to do this. How do I want to do this? Trying to think. Can I fix the color? Or is it not going to let me? Let's see here. I don't know. Looks like I can't fix it right now. Okay. Mama Formidable is in the house. All right. It said, beautiful queen. Let's go. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all know Diddy is all nefarious. Y'all know he is. Lights up. Let's get into it. Okay, everybody saying keep it up. Okay, I'm gonna keep it up, even though my blouse is looking crazy. All right. So with that all being said, first things first, let's talk about it because Diddy. Now we know the other day they said he was on a how do I want to say this? He was on one of those watches, right? He was on a watch at the prison or at the jail. Now, mind you, they had us all thinking, you know, they had it trying to seem as though he was saying that he's going to do something to himself, or maybe he made them nervous or whatever. But no, they said that's absolutely routine. Of course, they didn't come out and say that till after the fact. But the interesting thing is now there's a coach. Now, this is a person who's a coach for people who want to delete themselves, and he's expressed some concerns about Diddy. Okay, now this is a TMZ report. So what we're not going to do is show the video, so I don't have any trouble with TMZ. Y'all know how to get down. So I'm going to put an overlay on the screen and let you all hear this for yourselves. Now, OG Patrice, if you want to get up here on this screen with the queen, let me know. All right, let me know so I can drop you the link. Okay, here we go.
A psychological profile is given to every inmate who enters a detention facility or prison. But someone high profile like Diddy, everything. Is not this is his version of 9/11, so to speak. There's very few people can come back from that. And so going from living this life of luxury to self-surrendering to prison, thinking that you might make bail.
Now, see, this is what I told you guys yesterday. I said Diddy thought he was going to get bail. He had everything set in place. His lawyers and him had already made all of the beginning stages, just thinking it's going to work. But when he didn't, that's when he just got so, I'm sure he was so depressed or whatever. But let us not confuse that, because being depressed doesn't mean you want to take yourself out. And as I told you all before, and many of you have even been saying it, that Diddy might get Epstein. Okay, so please pay attention.
Is a dangerous thing for Diddy. So likely they'll put him on suicide watch until the bail situation is straightened out. Mark is a brilliant attorney, so I'm sure he's not going to stop. And he's going to ensure that the prison is upholding their diligence when it comes to making sure that he is psychologically taken care of as well as physically taken care of. And that is the most devastating part of it. You have no control of it. You have no phone to make someone do as you wish. No ability to control anybody. You can't eat the food you want. You can't go to places that you're accustomed to going to, no matter how minute they may seem, whether it's your own refrigerator at your house. You hear banging, there's yelling of inmates, particularly if you're in general population. There's no telling what the officers are saying to him as he's lying in his bunk in his cell. And so there are a slew of things that he can be experiencing, but total helplessness is at the top of those things.
All right, so y'all heard it. Hold on. Okay, so you guys heard that. Let me tell y'all something. Diddy's not going to take himself out. I'm sure he's thought about it, but he has all those kids. And I think that's what would stop him from doing it. Okay? I think that is what would stop him from doing it. Diddy future self-harm, a legit concern, celebrity prison coach warns. Now, they say Diddy may be holding up. Hold on, I'm just going to send this to my email real quick. I'm just going to send this to my email so I can see it better. Okay, here we go. All right. So anyway, Diddy's concerned about his children too, and they also talk about some of these powerful celebrities that likely helped him. Now, after decades of courting and mixing with the highest echelons of celebrity influence and power, Sean Diddy Combs is behind bars following his indictment on 3 charges for trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. According to court documents and witness claims, Combs orchestrated a far-reaching sex trafficking enterprise, earning a threatening reputation for blowing up the vehicles of his adversaries and assaulting his lovers and employees, and even more. Now, but how could he have evaded justice for so long? That's the question. Now, one very important strategy for Diddy, it seems, was to use his relationships with rich and famous people as a shield. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Now, Diddy is a hip hop figurehead who infiltrated the fashion world to the point that he was able to convince industry icons, including Anna Wintour, Mark Jacobs, and Tommy Hilfiger, to lend their voices to his rap album. Now, Last Train to Paris. Okay, now the album's interludes were a triumph for Diddy, displaying the reach he'd achieved within the industry. And that's within the fashion industry, not the music. Now, some people close to Diddy deny ever seeing him participate in the egregious activities of which he stands accused. According to his indictment, these include trafficking of people for the purposes of soliciting sex and forcibly drugging and threatening victims into participating in elaborate sex performances. Nevertheless, it stands to reason that at some point over the last couple of decades, at least one powerful person might have witnessed some of Diddy's alleged wrongdoings. Now, I want you all to pay attention. Really think about this, because these people that are saying that they have never seen him engage in these egregious things, some of them actually haven't. But then again, some of them actually are saying that they never saw it because they participated in it. Okay, you can rest assured that's just what it is. Okay, some of them absolutely are just saying that because they don't want to be involved. Okay, that's all it is. That's just what it is. I want you all to pay attention, honey, because if you were involved in these freak offs and you were doing something illegal like drugs or helping someone put something in somebody's drink or whatever, would you admit that you saw Diddy doing anything? No, because Diddy can take down everybody who participated. He has the footage, okay? Not to mention that he's desperate at this point. But the thing is, Diddy's not going to get a deal. Now, at least the experts have said, legal experts have said, no deal for Diddy. All right. They said there's no deal they can offer him for these charges that he has. Okay. So, anyway, with that all being said, they say, and though some who've worked with Diddy have tried to blow the whistle on him for years, not one of the most powerful people Diddy hosted not one of the most powerful people Diddy hosted at his infamous parties has come forward. One claim that perhaps sheds additional light on the complicity of Diddy and his friends appeared in the latest lawsuit against him from former Diddy artist Don Richard, who alleged that Diddy assaulted his ex-girlfriend Cassie in front of a Grammy-winning musicians, I'm sorry, plural, that would be Usher and Neo, as well as Interscope Records co-founder Jimmy Iovine. But none of them intervened. Now, you all remember I told you that days ago. And so, as for the public, and mind you, that's all speculation. Okay, I don't know if Usher, Neo, or Jimmy Iovine saw any of it, but that's just what was in the lawsuit. Please pay attention. Now, as for the public, Diddy's use of the public images of his famous friends to dispel rumors that he was engaging in any criminal behavior seemed to have worked, and for a long time, mind you. Now, if the claims turn out to be true, well, that's a whole nother can of worms. Okay, so photos of Diddy with figures like, people that the rest of us likely think we can trust. Now, not me, because I don't trust many of these celebs, but people that a lot of regular everyday people think they can trust are these big time celebrities with all this money, power, and fame. Just like Jay-Z. Remember when Jay-Z sat there and sold out Colin Kaepernick and us for the NFL deal, and black people were defending him, saying, oh, he's trying to come in through the back door. So this is what some black people do. Okay, but they go on to say, or at the very least, express disbelief they'd ever associate with a known predator, such as Oprah Wintour or Justin Bieber. They've been media staples for as long as Diddy has been famous. Okay, well, we already know that Justin, Wintour, and Oprah have been around Diddy. So it may prove useful to revisit some of those photos and relationships to examine just how many powerful celebrities Diddy has had at his disposal to create a human shield. Okay, now we already talked about Ashton Kutcher. I talked about him twice last year, him and Diddy, and this year, or just yesterday. Okay, in fact. So in the mid 2000s, the pair were so close, okay, that they took to touting themselves as the new Rat Pack. That's Diddy and Ashton, alongside actor Jamie Foxx. Now in 2019, Hot Ones interview, this is when Kutcher told the host that he had a lot he couldn't tell. Right? Remember that? And then Ann Wintour, well, she's been photographed partying with Diddy several times on different occasions, appearing with the rapper and sending him that coveted Met Gala invitation. Okay, contributed significantly to his acceptance in the upper reaches of the fashion world. Now, their friendship extended to plenty of Vogue coverage for the rapper, who has enjoyed regular features and photo shoots in the magazine for decades. See, that's why he was always on the cover of Rolling Stone, Vogue, okay, because he had connections and ties, not because he was doing anything so big, because we all know darn well Diddy is not a producer, okay, always getting executive producer credits on people's music that he didn't even create. But let me continue. So, who has enjoyed the rapper who has enjoyed regular features and photo shoots in the magazine for decades, the most famous of which likely was the 1999 Puffy Takes Paris cover. Now, Diddy would ultimately develop such a complex about his place in the industry that he would allegedly tell his employees, when you speak to me, you should imagine that you're talking to Karl Lagerfeld. And as one anonymously told the Daily Beast in June. Now, you all remember, I told you all that before. Now, Karl Lagerfeld is somebody really big in the fashion world, and Diddy was trying to compare himself to him. I find it all interesting. Now, Harry's buddying up with Diddy could certainly not have been, or sorry, could have certainly given one the impression that his power extends worldwide, as the British prince has long been photographed hanging out with Diddy. Now they talking about Prince Harry. Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I didn't know that Prince Harry was friends with Diddy until that first lawsuit came out and his name was in there. Now, mind you, or not the first lawsuit, but Lil Rod's lawsuit. But now, mind you, they didn't say that Prince Harry did anything nefarious. He was just mentioned in there. And then let's not forget about J Lo. Okay, the Kardashians, Oprah. Okay, yeah. The renowned host has been buddy with Diddy for years, further creating a shield of powerful people. That's what they say about Oprah. But I'll tell you all something. No, I'm not even going to get into it. I'll tell you all tomorrow. Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, we already know about him. Paris Hilton. Okay, these are just to name a few. Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, of course. He's the next to go down. Please pay attention. Okay, Diddy and mogul Jay-Z or that's yet another powerful person to have maintained a friendship with Diddy, as both of them emerged on the hip hop scene around the same time. So they had plenty in common. Now, they even evaded jail time in the same year. You all remember that when I reported it? Both of them had charges in 1999. Now, later, each of them made entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and fusing of luxury industries with hip hop major facets of their personal brands. Okay, they made that facets of their personal brands. Now, Jay has regularly participated in charity events and performed on stage with Diddy, and there's no shortage of photographs that show the two men sharing space over the last 30 years. And yet, Jay-Z has never offered any public thoughts on the downfall of his dear friend. Jay-Z, why are you so quiet? Where are you? And let's not forget that in one of those lawsuits, there's been so many, I can't remember which, but it specifically said that Jay-Z and Beyonce, specifically Beyonce, was there when Diddy did something nefarious to Cassie. Do you all remember? And that Beyonce got upset about it. Where are these people now to speak out against him to say anything? Well, they're all quiet because they're on freak off tapes, allegedly. With that all being said, rapper 50 Cent, in his touting of Diddy, has noted that Jay-Z seemed to abandon Diddy amid the allegations from his various lawsuits. The list of names goes on, but as Diddy prepares to stand trial for a wide array of crimes, his celebrity friends remain so far united in silence. Why are they all so quiet? I mean, why does nobody have anything to say? Why does no one have anything to say? I just have a whole lot of questions. Okay?
Pissy Lola said Camel Joe is hiding. Camel Joe. Who is Earthworm in here talking about blacks for Trump? Blacks for Trump. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute because some of y'all need to sit down somewhere. But anyway, I digress. But let's continue. Now, here's the thing. You all remember how they were saying that there was a culture of fear that just kept Diddy, quiet for quite a time. Okay. But so before we get into that, let's talk about his worry for his children. They say Diddy's concerned for his kids and he wants to talk to them really bad. He's getting desperate. So he's not doing good. He's not in a good situation right now, locked up in the special housing unit of a nefariously tough jail. But they've learned, it's been reported that he's very concerned and worried about his children. Okay, sources close to Diddy have said that he's holding up okay given the circumstances, but he's worried about his kids from his 10 by 8 foot jail cell, desperately wanting to speak to them. They said we're told that people closest to him are trying to process the situation, but they all know that they have to be strong for the kids' sakes. Now, our source says the families leaning on each other for support and turning to God for guidance and strength after this shocking arrest earlier this week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Now I want y'all to pay attention. And the reason I'm smiling is because I'm trying not to laugh. And the reason I'm trying not to laugh is because you should never laugh at anyone who decides to give their life over to God. That is not a laughing matter, and none of us should judge them or laugh at them, in fact. But what I find so interesting and clearly nefarious is the fact that these people who've been down with Diddy, now y'all talking about y'all going to hand it over to God. Y'all should have handed Diddy over to God 30 years ago. And maybe he wouldn't be sitting where he's sitting right now, which is in jail with cockroaches and rats. Okay, I'm sorry. What? Let me continue. So now that Diddy's busted and some of the funds is drying up, the well's running dry for some of these people that Diddy's been paying, that he's had on his payroll and all that. Now they want to try to give it over to God. Well, God's not going to help you now, beloveds, and sure, it's going to help Diddy. Okay. Diddy has 7 children: Quincy, Justin, Christian, King, Chance, the twins Delilah and Jesse, and the 2-year-old Love. Bless her little heart. So while Quincy, who Diddy adopted during his relationship with the late Kim Porter, Justin, Christian, and Chance are all legal adults. Delilah and Jesse and Love are still just kids. Now, Diddy's remained close to the mothers of the children, in the best interest of the little ones. Let me see if I have a picture of them. This is just all sad. I really do feel bad for the kids. Now, I'm not laughing at them because that's nothing funny about that as far as I'm concerned. I don't see anything funny about that. Well, I thought I had a picture of him. Here's a picture of him and his daughters that I showed you all days ago. And so anyway, here, let me just show you all this picture right here. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. I mean, Diddy has an absolutely beautiful family. His children all are very nice looking, smart, intelligent. It's just so sad that he's put them in this predicament to where they're going to have to try to figure it all out. So anyway, goes on to say, as TMZ previously reported, Delilah and Jesse, the 17-year-old twins, are staying with a friend of their late mom in Los Angeles while Diddy remains locked up in jail without no bail. It's unclear when Diddy may be able to get in contact with his kids. He's currently on the watch, okay, in MDC Brooklyn, where he's been on a strict schedule since his arrest. And we already saw the footage of his arrest. He's worried about his kids, but the sad thing is, Diddy should have been more concerned about his children when he was out there doing all that dirt. Okay, and I know when he started doing all the dirt, he didn't have 7 kids, but he did have kids. He had at least 1 or 2 when all of this stuff first allegedly began. Okay, and now some of these streaming services don't want to play his music. They say Diddy is desperate as more stations pull his music. Okay, because this arrest of his was the final straw. It was the last one. People were some of them were holding on to hope because they wanted to still making money, off of Diddy. But This was it. Diddy's persona non grata on the airwaves, it seems, causes more radio stations, because now more radio stations have decided to keep his music off the air, with the arrest proving to be the last straw, okay, for several of them. Now, TMZ reached out to multiple radio station corporations who told them that many stations have slowly banned Diddy's music, like with some moving or making the move after the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie. Some made the move right then. The others, they waited, but they say this arrest and all of these allegations is the last straw. Now, sources connected to radio platform Odyssey tells us most of their stations pulled the few Diddy titles that they were playing in late May, early June after the bombshell clip exploded. They say we're told that the remaining Odyssey stations that were still playing Diddy tracks have now pulled his tunes in the aftermath of his arrest. They say we talked with an iHeart Radio spokesperson as well, who says each station in their national syndication is different. For example, Jammin' 94.5 in Boston stopped playing Diddy's music about a year ago, okay? Roughly when Cassie leveled her shocking lawsuit against him. Now, but 99.1 KGGI in California waited until the Cassie assault video came out to ban his songs. So Diddy's losing it on all fronts. They said we spoke with a rep for 93.5 K Day who tells us they're no longer playing Diddy's music, though he wouldn't say exactly when they stopped. Diddy's arrest on Monday, caught on live and exclusive video footage by TMZ, has changed his life dramatically. As we told you, he's on a watch at the Brooklyn jail. He's held in the facility waiting after a judge denied his appeal. So, like I told you all days ago, it's all bad for Diddy. Please pay attention. Then Ryan Garcia came out. Some of these celebs have come out and spoken on Diddy and shared their thoughts. Some of them seem like they were afraid to say, the wrong thing or whatever. But I find it interesting. Ryan Garcia says Diddy scandal is a serious matter despite the Haney jokes. So Ryan Garcia's been trolling Devin Haney heavy for his alleged link to Diddy. But the boxing star told TMZ Sports at the end of the day, this ain't no laughing matter. Okay. Garcia, who is currently suspended from boxing, spoke with us in Los Angeles just a few days after Diddy was arrested in New York on the charges. The undisputed freak-off champion. This is what Ryan Garcia had been posting on social media. And he said, even though he's making these jokes or whatever, he said this is very serious. But he posted saying, the undisputed freak-off champion. Then he said, Devin, I can take an L. He said, Devin, I can take an L, Haney. Then he says, only use 5 bottles of baby oil and didn't tap out. It's all crazy. Now, the allegations center around alleged freak-off parties, and with photos showing Haney with Diddy in the past, Garcia has trolled Devin on social media. But Ryan, after cracking a few more jokes, told us it's actually not even funny, and he hopes hopes the alleged victims get justice. He says, we're laughing, but it's a very serious matter. And he says, I just hope all the victims, get their due diligence, because that's sad, if crazy-ish happened. So anyway, honey, it is sad at the end of the day. It is sad. It's sad that people are out here hiding and scared to say anything. Reggie said only 5 Diddy. I mean, we know that Diddy had a whole lot of oil, right? But I'm going to tell you all something. I want you all to pay attention, because some of the things that Diddy said in the past have absolutely come back to haunt him. And because some of these things did not age well. Okay, some of these things didn't age well. So I'm going to get into it. Before I do, let's have a word from my sponsor.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so you all can purchase your 12 tribes on Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, and you can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, make sure you get you some. All right, now with that all being said, I forgot to, I missed a couple of super chats yesterday, so my apologies. I want to shout out the people who sent them. Hello, Reggie. Thank you, beloved, for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, y'all know I can't see everything, especially when I'm sitting up here trying to read all these receipts. Okay, and then here's another one. Make sure I give people credit because I appreciate you all. And shout out to all the people who send me cash apps. Y'all know I appreciate you too. Okay. Judah Cypher, aka the Black Guru. Okay, sent me $100 super chat. My queen is on it. Bring out that power, my lovely lady. Thank you, beloved. I truly appreciate you. Okay, so now with that all being said, let's get black into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, so now listen. Now, here's what they say. They say, don't worry about it because the investigation is far from over. They have many more people to interview, more witnesses to come forward, and you haven't heard the last of it. This is literally, like I told you guys days ago, the tip of the iceberg. Grand jury might hear from new people. SEX worker already talking to federal prosecutors. So the investigation into Diddy is far from over, with sources telling TMZ that at least one person has been subpoenaed to testify in front of a grand jury. And we're told that others are open to cooperating with the feds. Now, they say sources with direct knowledge say that at least two people plan to cooperate with the feds' ongoing investigation of Diddy and are willing to testify in front of a grand jury in the coming days. They say we're told one of these people is a current SEX worker who claims they were involved with Diddy back in 2014. Beyond the grand jury investigation, we're also told the feds are still gathering info and interviewing witnesses. And our sources say they've reached out to at least one SEX worker that they know of. We've been in contact with the S worker who says they plan to be interviewed by the feds in New York City later this month. The federal case against Diddy has ramped up in the recent days, with the feds arresting the rap mogul. Okay, so Diddy has been denied bail twice thus far. So anyway, his attorney is still saying that Diddy's innocent. And oh, speaking of his attorneys have said that, hold on. Because they're getting sick and tired of you all. I know they're not talking about me, but they're getting sick and tired of you all sitting up there trying to compare Diddy to R. Kelly. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I literally had it. Hold on, beloveds. Hold on just a second. Now, here's the interesting thing, because just 2 hours ago it was reported the Sean Diddy Combs case brings to mind another criminal case against a famous musician, and that's R. Kelly. Some of the similarities in the cases against Sean Diddy Combs this week and Robert Sylvester Kelly several years ago are evident at a glance. Both are world famous, powerful, and influential musicians who were accused of SEX crimes by federal prosecutors in New York. But Diddy's case echoes R. Kelly's in another way. You see, in each, prosecutors relied on a novel use of the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, to indict them on allegations of using that power and fame to wield the resources, the businesses, and people who answered to them to commit crimes and attempt to cover them up. Now, there are certainly parallels in these cases. This is what Nadia Shihada said, the former federal prosecutor who tried the 2021 case against R. Kelly, in the Eastern District of New York, one of two that sealed the R&B singer's downfall. Saying obviously the conduct in each case is somewhat different, but there is the idea of a superstar using the employees and entourage at their disposal to facilitate really serious sexual violence crimes. Now, and to use coercion and control of the victims to coerce them into engaging in sexual activity that they otherwise would not have done. Now, Kelly is now serving 30 years for the New York case following the conviction on racketeering and sex trafficking charges, and 20 years for another case out of the Eastern District of Illinois, where he was convicted on charges of child pornography, okay, and enticement of a minor. Now, Kelly has since appealed both convictions and in July petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn his Illinois conviction, claiming the charges should not have been, or they should have been barred by the statute of limitations. Now, Diddy, meanwhile, was indicted in the Southern District of New York on 3 counts: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, he has pleaded not guilty and faces up to life in prison if convicted. A key distinction between the two is the cases against R. Kelly involved victims who were underage, whereas Diddy has not been accused of wrongdoing against minors, and it's possible that they will evolve into a defense strategy, okay, according to experts, wherein Diddy's attorneys will argue his purported victims were willing participants. Well, that's already what they're saying. That's already what they're setting stage for. And the thing I was going to say is that his attorneys have just now come out like yesterday and said to stop comparing Diddy to R. Kelly and Jeffrey Epstein, because they said Diddy is not charged with doing anything to minors. That's what R. Kelly and Jeffrey Epstein are charged with, not Diddy. So he's different, is what they're saying. But let's not forget that I reported to you, and you heard it here first, that Diddy or James Rosemond, aka Jimmy Henchman, was questioned all the way back in 2011 about Diddy and minor boys. Not to mention all the allegations and rumors that we've heard for decades about Diddy, Usher, and Justin Bieber. And we're talking about a young Usher, not a grown Usher. Okay? So I'm sorry, how's he not different again? Just because he has been charged with it doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned. And let's not forget that there's still an ongoing investigation into Diddy. So guess what? This still might come up. And also, let's not forget when I reported on you days ago about Kim Porter's book. Yeah, please pay attention. You heard it here first. Well, at the end of the day, in Kim Porter's alleged book, it talked about Diddy and some young boys, okay, who were young, and I mean minors, okay? So maybe they didn't get the memo, but let's not try to minimize it, okay, and act like Diddy's not the same, because he absolutely is, in my opinion. So anyway, regardless, the charges against Diddy are very, very, very serious charges, says civil rights attorney and CNN legal analyst Areva Martin, which have an eerie similarity to those against Kelly in New York, another music icon who is now serving a 30-year. Okay, I don't know why they're repeating that. So they say the RICO statute, which dates all the way back to 1970, was created to prosecute organized crime that affects interstate commerce. Now, any racketeering case centers on a so-called enterprise or group carried out the alleged misconduct, okay, just like the mafia. So, but the use of RICO to prosecute R. Kelly was a pioneering use of the RICO statute against a single individual. See, that's the thing that got me. Like, they got R. Kelly on a RICO charge, but who was his criminal organization? Okay. Now, Diddy's case follows the same legal architecture, according to CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, John Miller. He described the strategy as a creative adjustment to target individuals whose own empires of wealth and companies have been leveraged to allow them to get away with a continuing pattern of serious crimes. Now, the R. Kelly case, the investigation by Homeland Security Investigations, they say the prosecution as a RICO case was unusual, okay, for a federal prosecution with an unusual structure, according to Miller. And it really became a model, not only for the P. Diddy investigation, but likely for the Southern District and how they put this together. Now, I want you all to pay attention because it's interesting to me that they just made R. Kelly's case into a RICO, even though it was just him. Okay, that just goes to show that no matter what the law is, they will use the law how it benefits them and how they see fit. When it's somebody who looks like me, that's what you ought to pay attention. Okay, and this is how they were able to use this, they said, for Diddy's case. Now, when the Eastern District of New York indicted R. Kelly under the RICO Act, the Illinois indictment did not only rely on the statute, you see, it placed him at the head of the enterprise made up of the singer and his entourage, including his managers, bodyguards, drivers, and personal assistants. So anybody who worked for him. See, that's how they got Diddy. They used the same method for Diddy. How can you say that your chief of staff, your managers, bodyguards, drivers, personal assistants, how can you say they're all part of your criminal organization? I mean, in Diddy's case, I can see why they're saying it, but how are they able to get away with that in R. Kelly's case? Now, the enterprise's goal, the EDNY, and that's the Eastern District of New York, according to the indictment, was not only to promote Kelly and his music, but to also recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with R. Kelly. Specifically, the EDNY prosecutor said that Kelly would choose girls and women from the crowds at his concerts and then direct others within the enterprise to bring them backstage. Okay, now the enterprise would then arrange for the girls and the women to visit Kelly, and that's when the sexual crimes would take place, including the production of the child pornography. Okay, so that's how they got him. Basically, it is the same thing. So his people who were working for him were complicit. Now, mind you, some of the parents were complicit. Some of the parents brought their children to R. Kelly's concerts, knowing they were too young, allowed them to get up on stage, allowed them to go backstage, and all of this. And they really didn't seem to care as long as they were getting paid. Now, in my opinion, it was only after they stopped getting money from R. Kelly that some of these parents came out and started complaining. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that that doesn't make R. Kelly culpable. What I'm saying is that makes some of the parents equally as culpable. And so, in my opinion, they should have been arrested too. Okay, they should have been arrested too at the end of the day, and they weren't. And here's the thing that's interesting as well. So, if you're going to say that these people were complicit with R. Kelly and these people were helping Diddy, how come these people aren't being arrested? These people that they're saying were helping Diddy do this, how come they're not being arrested? Okay, and how come they didn't lock up these people that they claimed helped R. Kelly? See, that's why it's just nonsensical. You want to use these people and whatever they did to get Diddy and R. Kelly on RICO charges and say it was a whole criminal enterprise, but then you only want to arrest the leaders of these criminal enterprises? Yeah, make that make sense. Okay, and we all know why, because of the people that were involved that were actually doing the help, specifically in Diddy's case. So it goes on to say, okay, but the enterprise also engaged in a variety of crimes. Hold on, let me make sure I'm on the right place. Hold on. Okay, so now across the across the East River, the Southern District of New York, prosecutors alleged that Diddy was the leader of his own enterprise, encompassing various businesses and employees, including security and household staff and personal assistants. Some of its aims were legitimate, to promote Diddy as a musician and to operate his sprawling business empire, which the indictment says spanned record labels, a studio, a clothing line, a marketing agency, and a business for alcoholic spirits. But the enterprise also engaged in a variety of crimes like trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice, according to the indictment. Now, and for a decade, not one decade, it was clearly more. Okay, Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his own sexual desires, protect his reputation, and to conceal his conduct. Now, Diddy's enterprise enabled this behavior, according to the indictment, by paying off victims, manipulating their career opportunities, or obtaining drugs to maintain their compliance. Members of the enterprise also witnessed acts of violence by Diddy against his victims. Now, this is what the indictment says. But rather than intervene, they worked to all try to conceal it. One advantage of a RICO conspiracy is the fact that it enables the Southern District of New York to widen the scope of its prosecution. This is what Niyama Ramani, who's a legal expert and a former federal prosecutor, this is what he said. Now, he pointed to the 2016 caught on videotape where Cassie was beaten by Diddy. And he says, it was outside the statute of limitations to be prosecuted when CNN published the footage, for which Diddy apologized, but it was unclear whether Ventura reported any of the allegations of abuse to the police and a federal lawsuit, and then a federal lawsuit was later filed and settled. But the Southern District of New York's indictment describes an incident that appears to match the assault, including it has evidence to support the racketeering conspiracy charge. They say you can bring a lot of conduct as relevant conduct. You can bring in a lot of conduct as relevant conduct or predicate acts that aren't federal. This is what Romani says. Okay, it brings in a lot of evidence, it brings in a lot of crimes, and frankly, it brings in a lot of people. It remains to be seen whether anyone else will be indicted in connection with the allegations in Diddy's case. Now, whereas Kelly's crimes included underage girls, prosecutors in the Southern District have not accused Diddy of victimizing minors, a significant divergence in their cases. Now, the indictment against Diddy outlines a number of alleged victims, women of SEX workers among them, but does not say how many there are. Diddy's attorneys have asserted that the case centers on just one victim. The S trafficking charge is based on allegations involving a single unnamed victim, while prosecutors, the federal prosecutors that is, have insisted there are multiple. Now, the distinction, the question of consent, that could emerge as a key element of Diddy's defense. And this is what Romani says, describing it as substantively the only defense, saying that he's not going to argue that it didn't happen or it was someone else. Obviously, consenting sex between adults is legal as long as there's no force, fraud, or coercion. That's what makes it trafficking or any kind of commercial element. That's what makes it prostitution. Now, the only chance he has of winning this case is if witnesses testify and jurors believe that it was consensual. Miller agreed that Kelly's underage victims could not consent, whereas the crux of Diddy's defense is going to be that those were wild parties with willing participants involved in sex, drugs, and hip hop, and that everybody was having a good time until they weren't. Okay? Until they weren't. I'm going to tell you like this. Some of those people absolutely were complicit. And even though some of those people willingly, some of them willingly took those drugs and the alcohol. Some of them absolutely did. Okay? And then it was a problem. And I'm going to tell you somebody that I really don't believe their story. When I was thinking about Adria English is the one who said that Diddy wanted to have relations with her boyfriend, Anthony Gallo. She's one of the last ones who filed a lawsuit. And she said that she was forced to have relations with Jacob the jeweler, or Diddy coerced her into it. Here's the thing. I think she was a willing participant. First of all, let's not forget she was a whole corn star, okay, with a P. Now, just because you're a corn star, well, that doesn't mean that you would willingly do those things. But in her case, I think she did. And the reason I think she did is because she came out of her mouth and said that after she had relationship or that incident with Jacob the jeweler, she said out of her mouth, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I read it or let you all hear her say herself that in fact she thought she was going to be paid for it? Okay? She thought she was going to be paid for it. Are you just mad because you didn't get paid? I have questions. So you thought you were going to be getting paid, but when you didn't, now you have a problem. See, that's the thing about it for me. That's the thing about it for me, because I think she was all down with it. I'm sorry, I think she was. And then she got played. Okay? Then she got played. Now, she said that she had some mental health issues. Now, here's the thing. Like I told you all before, if she can prove that she had mental health issues and went to see a psychologist or was in some type of therapy, treatment facility or whatever, then I'll believe her. But until then, I have questions. Now, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying that it sounds a little suspect. Okay? So I have a few questions. And as I should. Right now, I know Diddy's nefarious, but I'm not going to just believe everything that's thrown out there, because some of these people are absolutely trying to catch money bags. Okay, and let's not forget, Diddy's former employees describe a culture of fear and mental abuse. So in recent months, he's been facing scrutiny as multiple accounts of allegations against him for sexual improprieties have surfaced. Now, there was a report that detailed experiences from 5 of his former employees who said they began to fear him. Okay, and they want to remain anonymous just for their own safety because they're still scared. Their stories came to light following footage of Diddy assaulting Cassie that went viral. Now, one former Sean John employee recounted that the consequences of challenging Diddy, saying that he didn't like that. And he didn't like that I wasn't agreeing with him. And he wasn't interested in hearing my point of view. Now, she described a disturbing incident where Diddy grabbed her face and demanded that she stick out her tongue to see if it was bleeding from biting it. I want you all to picture this. Picture yourself at work at your job, wherever that may be, and your boss comes up and grabs your face and squeezes your cheeks and forces you to stick out your tongue. Oh, who does that? Clearly Diddy. Now, another former employee described the environment as one of mental abuse, citing erratic behavior and aggressive language. He claimed that he was fired for making eye contact with Diddy and elaborated on the culture of fear where employees worked from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. under constant pressure and profanity. Now, see, this is what Dawn Richard was talking about when she said that it was what did she call it? Forced labor. And she talked about how they had to be in the studio for days at a time, 2 and 3 days, couldn't even go get anything to eat, couldn't stop to use the restroom, Diddy would get food and sit there and eat it in front of them so they can just starve, not offer them a bite. I bet he was probably like, oh, this is so delicious. I know y'all wish y'all had some. Diddy is a low down dog. Okay, but let me continue. Okay, so anyway, said they had to work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. under constant pressure and profanity. Honey, I would have cursed Diddy's arts right back out. Now, when people ask me about it, I always tell them it was the worst experience I ever had in my life. And he also noted Diddy's intolerance for being questioned. So Diddy didn't like anybody question him. These are all the telltale signs of a narcissist. So a third employee highlighted the high turnover rate of Diddy's companies, coining the term catching a brick to describe the unpredictable nature of his anger. It was as if he was walking down the street and someone randomly threw a brick at your head out of the blue. He recalled being surrounded by security guards while Diddy screamed at them from inches away. Similar allegations came from a former Blue Flame employee who endured verbal abuse. There was a lot of cursing, a lot of people talking, a lot of talking to people crazy, a lot of calling women bitches, saying "F you" or "stupid." This again is reminiscent of everything that Dawn Richard was saying in her lawsuit. Remember how she said that they were late getting to the party or whatever because they were waiting on Diddy to send them a vehicle and he didn't. And then when they called and asked what's the hold up, he told them, I ain't sending y'all bitches no car. Y'all bitches don't deserve a car. He said, catch a taxi. Remember that? Then when they got there, he went in on them for being late, calling them bees and hoes. So anyway, she said he loved calling women bitches, saying F you or stupid. Employees were advised to ignore his behavior and keep working despite the hostile environment. Honey, I wouldn't have been able to work at all. Okay, I would not have. The only thing I would have been working was my pause going upside Diddy's head. Okay, please pay attention. This is all crazy. This is all. There's no way I would have dealt with this. Like, I have to ask myself, what were people thinking? Because me being the person that I am, there's no way Diddy would have been sitting there talking to me crazy every day, making me work all these nefarious hours without a break, without getting anything to eat on it. Because first of all, if I don't get some food when I'm hungry, it's not going to be good. That's all I'm saying. Y'all saw the Snickers commercial. Reggie said he didn't like being questioned and he'd made up an excuse and projected onto the person, making it about them instead of him. Yes, that's what narcissists do. Because they don't take any accountability for anything. It's never their fault. It's always you did it. You made me say this to you. It's your fault I had to do this to you because you should have done this. That's what it was. Diddy is so low down here. I couldn't have stayed around him for a day. Okay. Oh my goodness. So anyway, it goes on to say, however, not all former employees were entirely critical. One noted that I don't think he was exceptionally crazy. So just a little crazy, not exceptionally crazy. Okay. According to the intense work environment, acknowledging the intense work environment by mentioning an underlying professionalism. And another one said, he lives up to everything. You learn to understand what you're dealing with. Okay, these accounts paint a picture of a toxic work environment marked by fear and mental abuse, contrasting with a few more tempered perspectives on Diddy's nefarious behavior. Honey, Diddy is just crazy. That's just the bottom line. So there's no other way around it. Okay? It is no other way around. Miss Piggy, look at this. Miss Piggy says fake dreads. No, my locks are not fake. They're real. Why would I have on fake locks? I mean, can't you tell that they're real, honey? It's nothing that looks fake about my locks. What are you talking about, honey? I mean, here come the haters. Okay, Miss Piggy, are you a man? Hold on, Miss Piggy, are you a man or a woman? Because your name is Miss Piggy. I mean, but you look like a man. I have a whole bunch of questions. Reggie said, I know you ain't here trying to clown the queen, honey. Please sit down somewhere. Reggie said, I was about to say, was the pig in the chat? Everybody saying, Troll, honey, you got to get up out of here. Because you're just trying to be a distraction, honey. Please sit down somewhere. Talking about fake dreads. Honey, my dreads could never. They're not dreads anyway. They're locks. Okay, so let me just go on and get you up out of here, honey, because you ain't on the queen. I find it all nefarious. Reggie said she must be Legion because she big like Minnie. Denise said wasting our time. Okay, Trisha said Mr. Piggy. I don't know why they come in here trying it. Juju B said, at Miss Piggy, do we need to drop the link? Laverne said, get gone, Piggly Wiggly. I'm glad y'all take care of money. I don't even have to go in on people so bad now because my loyal royals will do it for me. This is all nefarious, okay? I absolutely cannot. Did they really say it? Well, let me continue. They definitely were wasting our time, and I'm already behind schedule. Okay, so with that all being said, let's keep it rolling, honey. What? Okay, so listen, let me show you all this video of Diddy. We should start calling him Shitty instead of Diddy. Shitty, Shiddy, with all that baby oil for his bottom. This is all crazy. But anyway, I digress. Let's go to this video with Diddy that didn't age well at all. First of all, there's a couple. Here's one with him and Hillary. This is just a spoof, but I have a real one in a
I just want to know, Hillary, when they finally arrest me with all the pedo shit I do, how does a brother survive jail without being Epsteined?
Well, since you have a lot of shit on us, we're probably going to get you Epsteined as soon as you go to sleep. But hey, at least you won't have to shower, am I right? So anyway, enjoy your last meal, Puffy.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, beloveds. Well, I have a treat for you all tomorrow. Y'all, maybe, you know what? I don't even know if I want to go live tomorrow, so maybe I'll do it later on tonight. You never know about me, but hold on. Damn, how many videos do I have uploaded? Okay, here it is right here. And y'all check this out. Tell me this didn't age horribly for Diddy.
What's the ingredient? What do you do to make just an amazing killer party? Because mine, I put out the Cheese Whiz. I put on the Paula Anka. No one comes. Wrong move.
See, you're doing the wrong things.
Wrong thing. Okay.
This is what you need to do. Women, beautiful women, of course.
Beautiful women.
Beautiful men for the ladies, of course. We need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies. You need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting it gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
There you, sexy. New word for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you need some good music, and you need me, of course.
Yes, you spice up the party. Killer party.
Y'all heard him. He was dead serious too. Okay, Conan probably thought it was a joke. And then notice how Conan said, that sounds like it's getting a little scary. You mean a little illegal? Talk about lock the doors. But I want you to pay attention because see, here's the thing. Now let's not forget how somebody accused Diddy and Aaron Hall. And what did Aaron Hall say in his song? He said, lock the door. And he said, no need to run, no need to hide. Okay? You remember that? He said, lock the doors, no need to run, no need to hide. So you can see why he was friends with Diddy, is all I'm saying. This is all nefarious, but I digress. But let's continue. Here's what Flavor Flav and LL Cool J had to say about Diddy.
Biggest music executives currently was just arrested. I'm curious if you have any opinion on his arrest or the alleged action.
No, I feel for his children. The rest I can't speak on. I mean, you know, that's what we got court system for, but I feel for his kicks.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. When anybody asks me my opinion on Diddy, you know what my opinion is? I have none. I ain't got no answers for a Diddy question. None.
Why don't you have any answers for a Diddy question, Flav? Were you there as well? And I knew LL wasn't going to say nothing because we already heard the scoop about LL. Like I told you all, Miss C told us about LL a long time ago. And honey, one of my gay friends that I knew decades ago, they told me about LL. So please pay attention, honey, when I was like 18, all right? So this is all what was said about him for a long time is all I'm saying. And let's not forget, the same transgender woman that was in Biggie's video was also in LL's video. Okay? Pay attention. Now here's what Freddie P had to say.
And a lot of people don't understand. It's like a changing of the guards. That's all it is. Like they stayed around, they played the game a little too long. And this is how God works. It's like hip hop is independent. You know, the music is independent. The owning of your masters is independent. It's a new changing of the guard. And all the old parasites is just falling off one by one. Because they never had talent. They just leashed on to the talent. Let me tell you what Puffy was. And what a lot of them is. They mediators. What they call them, mediators, right? Where you got to go, they go-betweens. So you got the Leos who scared to approach the thugs like that. But Diddy from that world, so I could intermediate. I could get percentages from negotiating and making this deal. But you got to give up that butt. You got to give up that butt and royalties. And I can change your family life. You know why? Because he had to give up that butt. People don't understand. That's the reason. That's why it's the reason Puffy don't want to give nobody, any artist he deal with, he'll tell you, I'm making it hard for you. I had to do this. He wants you to endure it. He endured. And I felt bad in a sense because he was only trying to feed his family. You get what I'm saying? And he became a victim, and it turned him into a monster just trying to hide his own secrets and not living his truth. And now he in prison just from all this comes from one man not living his truth. I swear to God. Had Puffy just been who he is at heart, it might have been a few jokes. We joked about RuPaul. He's still a boss. You get what I'm saying? I feel bad for the people that got hurt trying to hide his secrets. All the people that been victimized, all the people that been put under the influence so they don't remember certain things because of who he is. And as long as you're under the influence, it ruins your credibility of speaking about anything. So I can understand why he probably kept drugs in the party. You get what I'm saying? All this behavior falls in line behind one thing, trying to hide secrets. So now you got to use this to cover that. And now this makes you cover for that. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It never stops. It's a cycle.
Well, he's not lying. He's definitely not lying. But hold on, because here's what Pimp C had to say.
I'm gonna say this too, you niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-floppy, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight-up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Because, you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I want to put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers. And when
we before that ex, you know, that ex,
Yeah.
a lot of that shit fucking like.
Y'all heard what Pimpy said. If you're gonna do it, just come on out with it. Like, why y'all hiding that? Okay, please pay attention. And I absolutely agree. But hold on.
How music works is this. Music is ran by the devil, magic, and witchcraft. Music is used as a way to push an agenda, okay? So what happens is, the devil's sole purpose is to get as many souls into hell, right? So what the devil needs is, the devil needs mouthpieces. The devil needs advocates. You know, say advocate, play devil's advocate, right? You need that. So yes. So when you have potential for leadership, when you have potential for influence, like I have a lot of potential for influence, right? So I'm somebody who's worthy to sell his soul. I'm somebody who's valuable for the devil.
Okay, I'm gonna stop him because I really didn't mean to play that. That's for something else.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave. I moved on. Did not do any business.
You said he helped fund your political enterprise.
I never said that. I said that he proposed to give the Howard Scholarship, which is what I do in all realms. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on. And don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were bombale. This is someone that destroyed my life.
Were you aware of the freak-offs?
Sir, I had nothing to do with Sean Combs' personal life, no interaction. That level, everything was strictly on a professional level.
All right, y'all heard it. He said everything was strictly on a professional level. He's not friends with Diddy at the end of the day.
It's not all the time they say this, but they say this is going our way. Not the bail. They say we have them. We got a lot of people who are going to talk and say that this is what Diddy was about, and some people may pass it off as hip-hop culture, but it is a series of felonies and Rico. What do they have wrong?
They did say in court today, they've talked to 50 witnesses. We said the same thing. We've been doing a parallel investigation at every single step of the way, talking to every single there's the same kind of universe of people here that he's been around. We're talking to people to show that we have a case. He's fighting, he's innocent, and he's going to be able to show it.
Innocent means he didn't do any of the wrong things. Not guilty means they can't make the case.
He's
right?
innocent.
So you think he did none of these things? He was never present in any of these activities? This wasn't his lifestyle?
But a lifestyle and being present in activities doesn't mean he committed a crime.
Unless those activities and that lifestyle are criminal.
But those activities and the lifestyle is not criminal. What was notable today, what my partner Mark said in court, is they never once said that these women didn't consent to what happened. Not once.
Can they all have consented, or were they minors and therefore the consent doesn't apply?
No charges relating to minors. None. None. The difference here between R. Kelly, between Epstein, no charges relating to minors.
So this is all adult consensual activity. People can judge it morally, but legally, you believe he committed no crime.
Maybe it's not what someone here would do in the bedroom, but that doesn't mean that what he did was a crime.
All right, y'all heard that. Well, we shall see. Okay, we shall see. Likes up, everybody. Please like and share. All right, so now let's get into it. Let's talk about Kabami. Let's talk about Kabami. Okay, who's here for it? Who is here for it? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Southwest Houston, Texas says she's an idiot. Yeah, she is, but she's Diddy's attorney, so she got to do what she got to do, beloved. That's all it is. Okay. So with that all being said, I'm looking for is support the arts in here? Somebody tell me if support the arts is here or not. I don't see support the arts. Where they at? Support the arts is missing in action. Damn. Y'all know I love and support the arts is here when I go in on Kabami. Because guess what? Remember how on last night or yesterday at some point I told you guys about Kabami and they said she lied and cheated and ABC was complicit and the whistleblower exposed it all? Y'all remember that? Well, guess what? Unfortunately, the whistleblower is now dead. Durana said he was here in the bushes, Queen. Y'all, the whistleblower is now dead. Let's get into it. Likes up, everybody. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. This is all crazy. The ABC whistleblower who claimed that Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of the debate has died in a car crash, according to news reports. Okay? According to news reports. Hold on. Wait a second. Say what now? Hold on, beloveds. Wait a minute. No. Stop right there. Hold on. This is not even true. Hold on. I just realized this is not even true. You know who said this? Who told this a lie? None other than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? Hold on, honey. Marjorie Taylor Greene made what is going on with the Republicans telling all these lies? Now, first she had J.D. Vance sitting up here admitting to making up lies on the hold on. Making up lies on the Haitians about these darn cats and stuff at the end of the day. And then only for us to find out that Marjorie Taylor Greene has joined in the melee. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, beloveds. I just saw something. Okay. Now, so here's what it says. Hold on. Marjorie Taylor Greene pushed a new report on X saying that the ABC whistleblower had died in a car crash in Maryland, but no credible sources cited it. Now, on Sunday, U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene took to her Twitter or her X account profile to inform her social media followers that the self-proclaimed whistleblower who previously alleged that Harris versus Trump in the ABC debate was rigged and supposedly the whistleblower died in a crash. Now, the ABC whistleblower, this is what she posted. She said, now the ABC whistleblower who claimed Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of the debate has died in a car crash. So then Greene did not tag any credible confirmations or reliable reports along with her SNS post. However, the brief tweet did the trick and incited an online tug of war with some netizens putting on their sleuth caps and others going off on tangents. Nearly a day later, the Republican Party member circled back on her tweet, acknowledging that the claims were a lie. This story appears to be false, and I'm glad to hear it. However, she did not take the previous post down. Simultaneously, she doubled down on digging deeper into the allegations set forth by the whistleblower, saying we need a serious investigation into the whistleblower's report that Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of time from ABC. Now, multiple back and forth trips on the platform in search of trustworthy sources of the purported news would lead users to some tweets dated September the 13th, pushing the same claims. A user at Retro Coast wrote on Friday, breaking news. The ABC News whistleblower who revealed Kamala Harris was given the debate questions in advance has died in an auto accident. Now, the crash happened early on the morning of September 13th outside of Bethesda, Maryland. However, like the far-right politician, neither of these internet users linked any believability convincing links any believably convincing links to the alleged news reports. Now, they go on to say it is also to be noted that the supposed whistleblower's identity has not been revealed to the public. Therefore, confirming the foundation of bold claims about this person's status as dead or alive isn't feasible. Now, in the meantime, user at DocNet YouTube, who supposedly offered the ABC whistleblower a platform to say, I will be releasing an affidavit from an ABC whistleblower regarding the debate. I have just signed a non-disclosure agreement with the attorney of the whistleblower, and it has been active on their page. They even addressed the case at hand, saying, I'm aware of the news reports regarding the ABC whistleblower being dead in a car accident. I am also aware that the legal papers are being attempted to serve on me at this very minute. And so, nevertheless, the ex-user pushed on, saying the affidavit will be released come hell or high water. To my knowledge, the whistleblower has not died in a car accident, but I have not spoken with them since early yesterday. However, if needed, I will redact the part of the affidavit myself and release it to the public. I am aware of legal process servers, their attempt to serve me papers at my home and at my camp, but this is going out today. Then in a subsequent post, when asked by an ex-user, are the car crash rumors true? At DocNet, you curtly replied, no. And then said, check out the enclosed affidavit. Now, an in-depth race against the microblogging platform would ultimately lead leaders to the countylocalnews.com report titled ABC News Whistleblower in Kamala Harris debate question scandal dies in a Maryland crash. Okay, visible as I don't know what that abbreviation is supposed to stand for, but anyway, goes on to say they have a page and a link and all of that with the supposed article. And then they say, while the page itself emerges as an unreliable source, what further questions the report's credibility is that it's not signed off by Byline except for the mere mention of it and saying that it happened on September 13th. Now, the preliminary portions of the article insinuate that an ABC News whistleblower who exposed that Kamala Harris was given debate questions in advance, has tragically passed away in a car accident. The incident occurred in the early hours of September the 13th outside of Bethesda, Maryland. Since the fateful day, Trump and his allies have accused ABC News and event moderators David Muir and Lindsay Davis of approaching the debate with a biased outlook. The ABC News debate pitted Trump against Harris for the first time. Joe Biden exited the presidential race in July. So hey, I don't know if it's true or not. They're saying that that nobody had any credible sources. Okay, now here's the thing. You have to be really careful out here these days because I'm sorry, but this AI technology has a whole lot of things that, are being put out that are absolutely false. Remember I showed you the fake video where they said that Kabami was in a hit and run and then left the scene? I don't know if I showed it to you or not, but I know I told you about it, but I think I showed you the video too. But the video looks kind of convincing, but it was AI technology. Okay? And many people fell for it, and we're talking about that. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. Now, who's behind all of this ignorance? Honey, I just have questions. But anyway, here's what is true. Okay, reportedly, because I got this from several sources, and the first one is TMZ. Now, they say Janet Jackson said Kamala Harris ain't black and said her dad's actually white. Well, I told you all the same thing. So Janet Jackson's pushing a conspiracy theory. Now they're calling this a conspiracy theory. Really, people? Okay. That theory is that Kamala Harris's race, parroting claims that Donald Trump made about the VP a couple of months ago, claiming that she's not black. See, this is what I want y'all to pay attention to. See how I told you guys that the media pushes and paints narratives? Remember how I told you guys that? Now, Bobby Wright said Tupac died September the 13th. Yes, he did. And that's why I wished Diddy had been arrested on September the 13th. That would have been poetic justice. Sadly, it was 3 days after on September the 16th. But here's the thing. I want you all to pay attention. Support the arts. Oh, Lord, there goes support the arts. There you go, my beloved. Support the arts said, now I love Janet, but Janet lying. Please sit down somewhere. No, she isn't. Support the arts. It's all true. And I'm waiting for you to catch up with the rest of us who already know. Okay, I'm just waiting. Now, here's what they say. So they say the music legend sat down for a chat with The Guardian, published late Friday, when the interviewer asked her about the upcoming election and how she felt about possibly having a black woman in the White House. In response, Janet Jackson replied that she heard that Kamala Harris isn't actually black. And instead, she's Indian, and claimed that Donald J. Trump made hold on. And instead said she's Indian, a claim that Donald J. Trump made during a disastrous conversation at the National Association of Black Journalists annual convention in July. Here's what I want you all to pay attention to. This is what I want you all to pay attention to, beloveds. Now, the media, lamestream, they make narratives up, they paint and push narratives, and they lie on Trump all the time. Now, I'm not caping for Trump, but I want you all to pay attention because the truth is the truth. They literally lie on Trump. Now, yeah, Trump did say that stuff about her not being black, but where did Trump get it from? They're trying to paint it as though Trump's the one who started this and that, oh, if Janet Jackson is saying this, she's just following up on a conspiracy theory that Trump started on the National Black Journalist platform. No. Trump got that from black people saying it. We said it first. We said it first that she's not black because she isn't. Okay? I don't care how bad you want to believe to support the arts and the rest of you, it's not factually accurate. Her father never said he was black. Said he's Indian and Irish. All right, from Jamaica. That's a nationality. All right, please miss me with it. Please miss me with it. So with that, and for those of you who missed it, here's the thing. I told you that for someone to foolishly say that just because somebody came from Jamaica, that makes them black, even if they were born in Jamaica, that doesn't make you black. There's white people, Asian people, okay, Indian people born in Jamaica. They're not Jamaican. Okay, well, you can say they're Jamaican, but they're not black. They're not black. And at the end of the day, I compared that to the equivalent of Elon Musk or Charlize Theron, who are both South African because they were born in South Africa, raised in South Africa or whatever, but they're not Africans. Do they look like Africans to you? No, that's because they're not. All right, so please stop being ridiculous. Y'all just need to sit down somewhere and support the arts, mainly you. Mainly you. But here's what it goes on to say. Says that she repeated what Donald Trump said. You should repeat what black people said, okay? They're sitting here trying to act like Trump started this. No, we started. And the reason they're trying to make it seem like Trump started it is because they're trying to make it a racial divide. So you just have to be paying attention. They sit up here and they talk about Trump supporters are racist. Yes, many of them are. Many of Trump supporters are, in fact, racist, but so are many of the Democrats supporters. Y'all don't think that any of the white people that are for the Democrats are racist and don't like people who look like you? I'm sorry, please make that make sense. But this is the narrative they push, okay, just to be nefarious. At the end of the day, somebody just sent me something about Diddy. I'm rolling. And so anyway, with that all being said, at the end of the day, Kabami's not black, and there's no use to keep trying to say it, support the arts, and none of the rest of you, including some members of my own family. Okay, they get so mad at the queen, honey, but you can stay mad all you want. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. And in this case, the devil is Kabami Harris, Diddy, and whomever else. All right. So anyway, goes on to say that Janet Jackson says that she thinks there will be mayhem no matter who ends up in the White House, implying that she doesn't imagine a peaceful transition of power for this election. Now, see, I want you to pay attention. That's not what she said. You see how they tried to twist and flip that, okay, and rub it down? Oh, no. Yeah, that's what they did. They try to act like, oh, because she said it's not going to be peaceful or it's going to be mayhem no matter who ends up in the White House. They said she's trying to say that it's not going to be a peaceful transition. That's not what she said. They're trying to act like she's saying Trump's going to act a fool. Trump's going to get people to storm the White House or storm the Capitol again. That's not what she said. When she says it's going to be mayhem no matter who ends up in the White House, it's the same thing I've told you. I said if Trump or Kabami gets in the White House, it's still going to be a disaster. Okay, it's still going to be a disaster at the end of the day. It's not going to be good regardless. That's what she's saying, but listen to how they try to paint narratives. And then they go on to say, if you don't remember, back in July, Trump told a group of journalists that Harris turned black for political gain, claiming she focused solely on her Indian heritage up to that point. She did. Where's the lie? But Trump didn't start that either. We did. He copied it from us. Now, the comment caused controversy, with many slamming the comment as ignorant, while other celebs like Lil Pump backed Trump's claim. Worth noting, Harris's dad is a noted Jamaican American economist, and Harris identifies as Black. It's unclear where Jackson heard the rumor that her father is white. We've reached out to Jackson for clarification. So far, no word back. Here's the thing: she heard it from her father. Where did she hear it from that the father is white? She heard it from him, fool. He said that he said that he's Irish and Indian. Like, why don't these people get it through their heads? Lord, I know better. Hold on, listen to this. Did Kamala do the Diddy? Donald Trump has been caught sharing his own bit of fake news again, reposting a doctored image of Kamala Harris, implying that she'd attended one of Diddy's alleged freak-off parties. The Republican nominee took to social media site Truth Social this week, where he reposted a photo shared by a user, which showed the vice president posing next to Diddy and another woman. In the wake of Diddy's arrest and indictment, the original poster speculated the Democratic presidential nominee maybe attended one of the rapper's alleged freak-offs, which prosecutors have described as drug-fueled, days-long sex parties. However, the image Trump retruthed, that's what they call it, not retweeted, retruthed to his more than 7 million followers was clearly doctored. The real original photo, which actually featured Harris posing with her ex Montel Williams and his daughter Ashley at the 8th annual race to erase multiple sclerosis in 2001, later resurfaced on X. Well, I knew it was only a matter of time. And here's the thing. Let me show you all this. This is all hilarious. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Here we go. Y'all see that? Got a picture of Kabami with Diddy. First of all, it's funny that Trump said that because Trump actually was friends with Diddy. Okay, y'all see that? Doing the Diddy. This is all crazy. The end of the day, the bottom line is Trump is actually friends with Diddy. Did I play the audio for you all yesterday where Trump was talking to Aubrey O'Day when she was on The Apprentice, and he asked her how she liked Diddy, and she said she didn't want to answer the question, remember? And then Trump said, I like Diddy. We're good friends. Yeah, so Trump sit down somewhere, okay, trying to drag Kabami down the road with you. But TMZ needs to stop painting these narratives, trying to act like Janet Jackson is just a conspiracy theorist. Okay, at the end of the day, that woman is not Black, period. She's just not Black, period. Okay? Support the arts. I'm just waiting for you to catch up to the truth. All right. Now, hold on. One more thing, because I forgot to tell you all what Consequence said about Diddy. And also, they were talking about Diddy's home that he's trying to sell. Okay, so Josh Flagg said Diddy's home is a tough sell. You better Black light the place. Okay, so Josh Flagg isn't sold on Diddy's current listing for his Los Angeles home. Okay, noting that the mansion has a number of hurdles to overcome, especially after the recent freak-off allegations. Saying we caught up with the $1 million listing star on Melrose Place in Los Angeles, where he offered his professional real estate opinion on Diddy's Humbly Hills home, which was listed for over $60 million earlier this month. Now, as Josh put it, the listing price is far too high, suggesting $50 million would be a smarter price for him to start at. Josh also reminded or recommended the realtors that are handling the property, they should keep Diddy's name and likeness as far away from the marketing materials for the home, given the rapper's current sex crimes case in New York City. Now, he's basically saying that they're going to have to take a black light to it. And you know what a black light is for, right? So you can find bodily fluids. So you can detect any bodily fluids like blood or sperm, no less. It's all right. At the end of the day. So I don't know why anybody would want to live there, because I'd be afraid of it being haunted, okay, with all of these demons and malevolent spirits, with all the wicked, nefarious things they were doing, engaging in all sorts of corn acts with a P. All the different people have been in there with all the different nefarious energies and all of that, spirits. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near it. I would not want to go anywhere near it, but that's just me. Y'all can go right ahead and do what you do. Now let's talk about these representatives selling us out. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And Kabami is one, just so you all know. Kabami is definitely one. Oh, but before I get into that, hold on. I'm sorry. I almost forgot about Consequence. Let's go to what Consequence had to say about Diddy. And for those of you who don't know who Consequence is, he does something in the music industry, and he used to play on Love and Hip Hop New York. I can't remember what his role was, quite frankly. Hold on. Likes up, everybody. Please like and share. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio because this is a TMZ. This was TMZ talking to him, and I don't want any smoke. Okay, so I'm going to put an overlay on the screen. Y'all get those likes up. I got to get out of here. I got 2 more lives to do. Y'all, this is crazy. I got 2 more lives to do after this one. Okay, live on the backup channel and the spiritual channel. I might have to postpone the spiritual channel. Hold on. I might have to just postpone that till tomorrow. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, here we go. Let me put this overlay up here real quick.
Arrested. I mean, is it shocking that he got arrested, or was it just about time before this kind of like, caught up to him?
I mean, I think that's in the hands of whoever's weighing it or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, for the culture, I think the culture was in shock. Although we kind of seen this playing out in real time, it's still Diddy's in the tombs in Manhattan. I mean, in Brooklyn, my bad. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty big. What do you think about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil getting seized? There's a lot of memes about it. Have you seen any memes about it on the internet?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to no shout out to the freak off party, but I guess that's how the freak off party was popping. we don't condone freak off parties.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay. I mean, so you got a new album coming out.
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to know, you have Kanye beats on the album.
Right.
What is the percentage of Kanye beats on the album? Like, how much input did Kanye have?
Well, Kanye did the first kickoff single, which is Bloodstain. But I'm happy to say that I did 80% of the album. This is my first step out. Now, mind you, I did learn how to do production from Kanye and Q-Tip and Jay Dilla. So shout out to those 3 gentlemen. But yeah, so Kanye contributed with Bloodstain and he's on No Apologies. You can stream No Apologies and Bloodstain right now. And then the 27th, we in stores. It's nice doing business with you. You know what I mean?
I know. Well, we know Kanye doesn't like Diddy. I mean, don't you think it's like the best time right now to drop a Diddy diss track, baby?
Diddy got a federal case.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Okay, yeah.
You don't want no parts of the feds.
Oh, okay.
At all. I'm from the streets. You don't want no parts of the feds. So at the end of the day, we gonna keep doing what we doing. And I think this is Kanye's merch, by the way, and it actually says in this language, I don't want to misquote, but I think it's Mandarin, told you so. So we gonna keep moving like that. Nice doing business with you. This is 192. Shout out to Kate in the crown holder. Shout out to Ye. He got another joint in China coming. And we can't back up and get that bag. You know the vibe. TMZ, what up?
All right, well, y'all heard it. At the end of the day.
When you want the biggest stories, only one name comes to mind.
Hold on, beloveds. Y'all heard what they said. Y'all heard what they said. Hold on. All right. So that's what Consequence had to say. Reggie said, Diddy is the king of the night character. Jay Gray said, Mandarin told you so. Okay, this is all crazy, honey. Y'all need to leave Diddy alone. Has he had enough trouble? Let me show y'all what somebody just sent me, though. Hold on. Why didn't it upload? Hold on, beloveds. Hold on. And then we're about to be up out of here. Now, listen, for those of you who follow the backup channel, I want you all to pay attention because we're going to talk about the 14-year-old girl who killed her own mother. We're going to talk about her because she was found guilty. Carly Gregg. She was found guilty after she sat up there laughing in court. Like, girl, what are you laughing about in court, honey? It's nothing funny about murder, especially when you killed your own parent. So we're going to talk about that, and I have some more updates that we're going to get into. Hold on. We have to talk about Jacoby Lindsay, who was found hanging from a tree. Okay, another black man found hanging from a tree. Jacoby Lindsay. Yeah, right. They said rigor mortis had set in. I just want you all to pay attention. Let me see if I can send this real quick. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay. Deronda said, just a demon. Absolutely. Amazing Grace said, sounds like a psycho. And that's because he is. Okay. That's because he absolutely is. Okay. So listen, for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, we're going to have to cancel that live till tomorrow, honey, because the queen is tired. All right. I want you all to pay attention. I got to get up out of here. Okay. It's all too much for the queen. And so I can't get this thing to upload. So we'll have to show that another time. With that all being said, I'm out of here. Now, let me just share the link. Let me share the link for the live. Or moderators, can one of the moderators please do me a favor and share the link for the next live in the chat, please? For those of you who follow the backup channel, I'm telling you, y'all don't want to miss this broadcast, honey. Okay, we're about to get it popping on there. Hold on. Yeah, you all go ahead and share the link so I don't have to look for it. Okay, thank you, beloveds. Amazing Grace said Diddy doesn't deserve a hospital. Reg said, get some rest, queen. We appreciate the hard work. Thank you, honey. Okay. It's not really that I need so much rest, Reggie. It's really because it's Saturday night. And I don't have time for y'all, to be honest. Okay, I might need some rest, but I'm not going to get any because it's Saturday night. Pay attention. All right, I'm running game on y'all. Pay attention, honey. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here goes my little picture right here. It popped up. Here it is. What somebody just sent me, honey. I am crying. Hold on. This is Diddy. I don't know who made it, but y'all need to stop. Y'all see that? These baby oil memes is not going to stop. Look at Diddy in the store with a towel on. The internet stays winning. Okay. Anyway, with that all being said, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next live starting in 5 minutes. Okay, give me time to get over there. All right. Deuces.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got